Hey family, it's your girl here, Cwengile Nakani. To the new people who will be watching this video, thank you for tuning in, and please do subscribe to my channel and like this video, and please comment down below as well. So to the old subscribers, thank you so much. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. Thank you for your support and thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for everything. Announced as a new series that I'll be starting. And what motivated me to this series is because many of us know the different ways of becoming a CA. Like, for example, we don't know that people can do articles with a degree, you know. So I wanted to do all this whole segment, and I thought that, you know what, the first video should be an introduction to what CASA is, an introduction to what really inspired me to pursue the CASA route. And when did I know that, you know what, I'm gonna focus on this route, and also my education background and where I am right now, why I actually pursued the CASA route. So this video is basically all about that. So if you really are interested in that, please continue watching the video. I got a question where someone was like, what is CASA? Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, okay, I assumed that people knew what I was talking about, which is not fair, which is not the case. So let me explain it in simple terms. Basically, CASAs are in the corporate, or let me say the commerce field. So what are they? So CASA, it's a qualification that a person has, and which can be used in so many industry careers or industry jobs, you know. So people who have a CASA qualification, which I will obtain in the near future, so people who have the CASA qualification merely are 4 times majors. So what do I mean by that? So a person who's a CA is a majors in taxation. So they can do tax returns, tax practitioners, all that type of thing. Number 2, the second one is auditing, which is where I'm at the moment, where I'm doing my articles at an audit firm. So you can do audit whether you're an internal audit or external audit. So you major in audit. The third module is management accounting. Basically, you can become a cost accountant. You can also use management accounting for investment purposes, because that's one of the things that we learn in entities where you learn about investment, mergers, and all of those things. So you can actually become an expert in such things. Number 4 is accounting, which is what many of us know. Many of us know the accounting side. We don't know the other 3. We only know one. I, for one, didn't know that if I want to pursue the CA route, I would actually become a 4 times major. I thought if I loved EMS and I loved accounting in school, that should be enough for me to become a CASA. Little did I know, when I went to varsity, that's when I was out. That's why I always say the gap between varsity and high school is a lot. Like, it's so much that I feel like most of the time we are not told about these things. So a lot of the time I didn't know that you become a 4 times major. So basically, that's a brief explanation on CASA. If you want to know more, actually do a video where I explain these things further, because this video is just a brief explanation on what CASA is about. It's an internationally recognized qualification. So if you get it, you are internationally, like, you can go work in so many countries, and if you get it, most of the time you are in positions where you are in management positions. So it's a really good qualification. But even though it's good, you know, some good qualifications, they don't come easy. So it's a good qualification, and it's really not easy. At a minimum, it takes 7 years. And what you do is you study 3 years BCom accounting, you do a year of CTA, and then you do 3 years articles where you write two board exams and then you qualify as a CASA. So in general, we always say it takes a minimum of 7 years. So yeah, unfortunately for some of us, it doesn't take that long. Basically this year is my 7th year, and yeah, I don't have CTA. So it sometimes life happens, and for you it takes longer. So that's why I am here to just explain the other things. So the other thing, question number 2 is oh sorry guys, I have my phone here. Oh hi guys, ninga screenshot. Hey. So question number 2 is when did I know that I wanted to become a CASA? So when I was in primary school, right? Obviously in primary school you have to say like, what do you want to become, and what qualification do you want? And for me, initially I wanted to become a president. Guys, I have my water here. I wanted to become a president, guys. Like, I was like, I want to be the first black president, and your first black female president. Yo guys, because majority of the time we see a lot of males in these positions. Like in South Africa, there hasn't been a female president, and I wanted to be that first one. But then my dream was like shattered when I realized what actually politics is about, and how politics work, and how the drama. Y'all know, I don't need to come and tell you. So after I realized that, I was like, you know what, this is not for me. And then I was in grade 6, I decided to become a chartered accountant. And the mere reason, what inspired me to want to become a chartered accountant was because teachers were like, chartered accountants have money. They said chartered accountants have money. And guys, let's tell the truth. Many of you are doing the degree because you heard that it has money. But for me, another blessing was the fact that I loved accounting. So I was like, money and love of passion. Oh God, let me do this. And I didn't know anything. I didn't know. I was not exposed to anything. No job shadowing. Nothing. I just knew I wanted to become a chartered accountant from grade 6, and that's how it happened. And then when I went to high school, my teachers, the peer pressure. Oh, they were pressuring me, do physics, do life science, do that. I was like, nope, I want money. So I'm going the CASA route. And at that time I knew like the APS that I needed, so it was so easy for me. So I just went and I did apply. And in matric, I knew that because I only applied to one university. Guys, please do not do this. If you're in high school, do not do what I did. Don't apply to one university. It is extremely risky. But girl, I was like, I'm gonna apply to one university. Applied to one university, which was Nelson Mandela University. And then after I applied in June, I think it was in June, during my metric year, I got a very poor mark for maths. So they called me in for a test, and then I did a test, and then I got provisionally accepted for BCom General Accounting, with the hopes that I'm gonna, when my final results come, I'm gonna qualify for BCom Accounting. Fine, results came, and unfortunately things didn't go my way. I then had to register for BCom General Accounting. What made me happy about that was the fact that at the university that I was in, you could change from BCom General Accounting to BCom Accounting. Yeah, and then I then graduated with BCom General Accounting. with the hopes of doing a PGDA, PGDA, which was a bridging to CTA, but it was also a qualification on its own. If you are in UNISA, you know that it's CTA 1. So I hoped that I would do that, and during my third year I had applied for work at one of the audit firms, and I got accepted. So I was working, and when I wanted to pursue the PGDA thing, unfortunately I had no funds, so I couldn't continue with my studies because there was no funding. I had to actually work full-time, and yeah, I just went and I worked, which I'll say it was a blessing in disguise, guys, because that's when I found out that we can actually do articles with your degree, you know, while you are still studying your CTA or whatever that you'll be studying, but you can do ilenduka zakho, you can do your articles. That I had no information for. I went to several every year. I went to those career fairs, those accounting and law day there at NMU. I was there, but they never told us these things. And I'm not saying that I understand they want us to go to the industry, right, with qualifications, which I agree with. Like, I am in 100% agreement with that. But unfortunately, life is not like that to all of us. You know, some of us can't afford CTA. Then what are we going to do? If, you know, are we going to stop this dream of ours, or are we going to postpone it? You know, and they don't tell us that actually there's other routes where you can do your BCom and your articles together. So that I only found out when I was doing the job that I was in, and then the hunt began to look for articles. So that's where my journey started. And then, so now I'm a third year, and yeah, the next video I'll actually be sharing you guys on how I got my articles. You know, plenty of you guys I know want to know about that. You guys want to know, how did I manage, how long did it take for me to get them? And yes, the story is very funny, and it's a very graceful story. It's a very graceful story on how I got my articles. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and share the video so that other people also know, are aware of this type of career, which is amazing. It gives you great opportunity for you to go to overseas guys, like in dollars, in pounds. And it also helps you with a lot of, you get into rooms that you never thought you'd get into. That's definitely what I can say about it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, guys. Bye. Oh guys, I like drinking in wine glasses. I just don't like wine.